So the big question is, but Alex, okay, let's say I like to do marketing. How can you dedicate 50% to marketing? How can you possibly dedicate that much money? Here's an answer. I've used it. Hundreds of others have used it. So the answer to do 50% marketing or more is the 4-step Karmic marketing formula. Hey, it's Alex Mandossian here, and I'm glad you decided to watch this video. Now, please subscribe to this channel because we have 3 new videos that come out every single week on ethical influence and sales and marketing. And make sure you click on the bell because you'll get notified when the new videos come out. Make sure you watch this video until the very end because I have something very special for you. All good wishes. But karma really is not about spirituality. It's about quantum physics. And I'm not reframing it. I'm telling you, that's the absolute truth. And I'm going to prove it to you just through hard case studies. Warren Buffett believes in karma. He may not call it that, but he does because he purchased the company for $250 million because of the 4-step Karmic marketing formula. Now, this formula is not activated once a week or once a month or once a year. It's activated every single day. That's the key. Do you feed your children, if you have any, every day? Do you go to sleep every single day? Do you tell someone you love them every day? If you don't, you may have a problem a few years from now, right? Do you serve others every day? Now, if you don't do things consistently, do you drink water every day, right? These are the laws of karma or cause and effect. No water, a couple days you're dead. No food, a couple weeks you're dead. Are you with me? And for many people, no sunlight causes depression after a few months or even some years. There's parts of Minnesota where there's a company that actually takes their entire staff in a plane above the cloud line so that they see sunlight, because in certain parts of the year they don't see sunlight for about 3 months. So that's what people do over there. Now, I'm going to repeat. Karma is not about spirituality. It's about quantum physics at the quantum level. Things you don't see. Just because things you don't see doesn't mean that those things are not there. Are you with me? You know that atoms and molecules exist. You can't see them. If a car was passing by you right now so fast that you couldn't see it because it was passing so fast, right? Is that possible? It is. Well, it's passing. Just because you didn't see it and your sense of sight didn't acknowledge that, was the car still there? Are you with me? If a tree falls in the forest, they say, if you don't hear it fall or see it fall, did it still fall? Well, it's a question, right? So at the quantum level, if you don't see something, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I just want to raise your awareness that things are happening all around you, and you can start becoming a tempest. You can start manipulate karma to your favor, and you can undo bad karma if you feel you have any. Okay? You probably heard that's bad karma, right? Well, people don't understand really what that means. I'm going to give you a new context. So there are 4 laws of karmic marketing. And this isn't the 4-step formula I'm going to teach you, but you need to know the underlying laws and principles because they are nature. They are all about natural laws. So the first law is the principle of likeness. Okay, now people call it different things. I say likeness. What does that mean? That means an apple seed, right? That's a karmic seed, flops into an apple root, to an apple trunk, to an apple tree and branches, and then apple fruit. Now, where are the apple seeds? Where are they? After the seed destroys itself to be the root, where do you find more seeds? Inside the fruit. So there's always new seeds inside fruit. That's a law of karma, and that's called the law of likeness, or the principle of likeness, because apple seeds don't turn into pear trees. Okay? Human sperm don't turn into horses or dogs, they turn into humans. So the principle of likeness means like creates like. So if you do something good, it's going to create good. Now, if something bad happens, it doesn't mean it's because you did something good. And if you do something bad and something good happens, it's not because you did something bad. That's not the root cause, or we're going to call it the seed cause in the context, right? Like, let's say someone is doing bad things, right? And you're wondering how could they be so wealthy? Cheating must cause wealth. Lying must cause wealth. That's wrong. That's not root cause. They may be doing those things, But the fact that they're getting good things is because they've done other good things. If you believe in the principle of likeness, that's only one of the 4 laws. The next law is the principle of expansion. Now, again, I don't have to prove this. A tiny little acorn turns into a giant oak. A tiny little sperm turns into a giant human being, right? So all the tiny things grow to be super big. A tiny storm turns into a hurricane, right? A little animal can turn to a giant animal. Look at a whale, right? So there's this law of expansion that little things turn into big things. A tiny pear tree, right? A tiny seed turns into a tiny pear tree, then a really big pear tree. We have giant redwoods here. Some of them are over 200 feet tall, and you can drive a car through it if you drill a hole through it, right? Those were tiny seeds at one time, 1,500 years ago. That's the law of expansion, or the principle of expansion. Now, the principle of effect. Now, this is super, super important, because what it really means, if you do something, something else will result from it. If there is a cause, something else will happen. I just had a feeling on the palms of my hands, right? That's the cause, and the effect is, ow, right? Now, if you insult someone, you may see an immediate effect. If you hug someone, you may see an immediate effect. So every cause has an effect. And I'm going to underline every cause. You are creating causes throughout your life, and they're having effects that are random. And if you notice them, you'd be shocked of how lucky and fortunate you are, right? Now, for an unwanted pregnancy, there was a cause, and the effect was the unwanted pregnancy, right? It's not nature's fault. The intention was confused with the outcome. Am I making sense? That's 3 laws. Let's go for one more. Now, this is an edgy presentation because I want to really ruffle some feathers and get you going, because if you're bankrupt right now, if you're knee-deep in debt, if your business is on life support, pay attention. This may be your final chance to do some marketing that actually works, that's free. The principle of accountability. Now, where does accountability come from? Well, originally in this lifetime, it was coined by the Roman Senate. I missed my quotations there. Accountability is the ability to be accounted for. So when a Roman senator in Rome, I actually visited Rome, and I was there where the senators used to stand up and say, "I'm here," right? Well, when they were taking a vote, they first had to be accounted for to see who was there. You know, in our own Senate in the United States, not everyone shows up, right? And you need people to show up to have a quorum, right? And in order to have a quorum, you get to vote and you pass laws or you pass bills. Well, in Rome, you know, it was supposed to be a democracy, but I doubt it was that because there were certain causes that led to effects. Cheating, backstabbing, literally. Think of Caesar, Julius Caesar, right? Treason, all these things caused effects, such as the fall of the Roman Empire. Now, was it one cause? No, multiple causes. It takes about 3,000 redwood seeds to create one redwood. So there are a lot of things that are lost. But every cause has an effect. That's called accountability. Every cause is accounted for. Now, here's the other thing about accountability, is if you don't take action, then nothing can happen. There is no impact if action is not taken. So if you don't make a sales call, how are you going to make a sale? See, people say, if I'm doing good things, then good karma will bring me sales. But I don't like to sell. I don't like rejection. I don't like having a conversion process. But I'm going to do other good things, and as a result, I'll get sales. No, it doesn't work that way. It's about accountability. If you don't do the thing that's going to produce the result that you want, because every result can be reverse engineered into a cause. And that's what I'm teaching you today. Each cause has an effect associated with it. Good to good, bad to bad, right? Seed to root, to trunk, to branches, to fruit. And where are the other seeds? Inside the fruit. The fruit has to rot and die, and the seeds come out and plant new ones. Are you with me? Cause and effect. A honeybee. If honeybees didn't exist, we wouldn't be around on Earth. What do honeybees do? They go and they kind of like put their butt in flowers, and that's called pollination. Well, how do flowers have sex? Honeybees. If you ask flowers, hey, how do you multiply? They go, I don't know. But if it weren't for the honeybee, who's doing it for another reason, to bring back honey to the hive, to the queen bee, right? The mother rules the roost there, right? Well, when the honeybee's doing that, there's a little bit of pollen that falls to the ground. The wind, another cause, spreads it, and then you have a field of flowers. Now, that is one of the cycles on Earth. And if it weren't for the honeybee, if they were extinct, we'd be in deep, deep trouble. Not just water or global warming, honeybees. Look it up on Google. Hey, it's Alex again, and thanks for watching this video. Now make sure to get that very special gift I promised you. I want you to grab your mobile phone and text the keyword you see on your screen. And text it to this phone number, 415-980-3555. And make sure you stick around for another video coming up.